Hi, I'm Lauren Bernofsky. Wanted to tell you a little bit about my concerto for trumpet. It's published by Bulkwitter Music and available through Theodore Presser. And also, as of a few months ago, there's now a version for euphonium. Okay, just a quick overview about this piece. As you'll notice when you hear it, it is not super far out. It's based on a lot of principles that were established during the classical era. So 3-movement concerto of fast, slow, fast. The first movement is definitely related to a sonata form. It has a sort of quick theme and then a contrasting lyrical second theme, a section that's definitely like a development section, and then we hear a recap with the themes again, and of course there's a flashy cadenza in there, couldn't leave that out. Second movement is a traditional slow movement with 3 sections in it, sort of ABA, and then the last movement is a rondo of sorts. I don't adhere absolutely strictly to classical forms. I'll take the idea of it and use the principles and then sort of stretch the boundaries a little bit. All right, as for how one plays it, just 2 tips that I would like to give you. First one is a notation that some of you may not have seen before. And it happens, I think, once or twice in the first movement and a fair amount in the third movement. And that is, you'll sometimes see a slash or a triangle above the musical staff in your part. So I'll show you an example of what this might look like. Okay, so here I have 2 5/8 bars here, and you'll see that the 8th notes, it's steady 8th notes, but in these 2 bars, I divided up differently. So the first beat has 2/8 in it, put a slash above it. The second beat has 3/8. There's a triangle. So basically, anytime you see a slash in the part, I'm denoting that that's a beat with only 2/8 in it. And then the triangle has 3/8. So, and you'll see the second bar of this little 5/8 example, you've got a triangle, then the slash. So these are the 2 ways that you often see 5/8 bars broken up. And if I were going to conduct this, I would do it like this: 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You'll also see this in 7/8 bars in the piece. So I might have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, which would be slash, slash, triangle. So now you know what that's about. I do it because it saves rehearsal time, so a player doesn't have to stop the conductor in the middle of rehearsal and say, hey, how are you conducting bar 38? So that's that. The other thing I wanted to talk about, just to answer questions that some people have asked me about the slow movement. They've asked me, so this is slow, and can I be expressive and use rubato, push and pull of the tempo? And my answer to that is actually, please don't. I think of the slow movement as having a very cool energy that doesn't change a lot. But overall, I want the 16th notes, da, 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 to just keep going at a fairly steady pace. Occasionally, I'll write a little bit of a retard in there just to relax the tempo at the end of a phrase, but don't put a whole lot of push and pull there. So those are my tips about playing my concerto for trumpet. I hope you enjoy the music, and I love hearing feedback. That's what teaches me to be a better composer, when I hear from people who play my music. So feel free to look me up. I have a website, www.laurenbernofsky.com, contact page there, and I hope you enjoy the music.